Good afternoon, Zillow readers. A couple weeks ago, I had written a post where I had said that realtors or mortgage brokers were willing to, who are willing to have me go over their site and possibly embarrass them a little bit, could send me their website links. Well, I was kind of overwhelmed with them, as you can imagine. But I'm going to try to get to them. Every time I don't have something original to write about as far as SEO goes, which is pretty hard to do, I will go over a realtor's website and see if I can find any mistakes. Now today, this is something that's going to be useful to everybody because this is a free tool that's available on the internet that I like to use. I use a couple paid tools, and I also use this free tool here. And I'll show you how to do it. So here's Lee Alley, and the tool that we're going to use is called Screaming Frog. I'll link to it in the article. It's in the UK, so it's not screamingfrog.com, but it's screamingfrog.co.uk. Anyway, they have free software, and this free software allows you to just see what I call the academics of a website. When it comes to SEO, I think that you should start with the academics. You know, have everything working well, have your page load times accurate, and make sure all of your images have alt tags and things of that nature. So anyway, you can download the software for free. If you're a professional and you use it a lot, you'll have to pay for a license, but you can have 500 URIs crawled with this software. So you can just come to Screaming Frog here. I'll provide the link in the article and download it for Windows or Mac. I'm running a Mac, so I'm going to start the Screaming Frog software. Now, this is a neat site that Lee has. Google style search of Black Hills MLS listings. So you can just put in whatever, like he gives you an example, 5 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, and put in the zip code. It's a good website, and it ranks really well in Google. So let's see how it looks in the tool. This is just easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I'm gonna copy this. Anybody could use this tool. It's not complex. And so here we are, and I'm going to put in his address and click start. And here we go. We're running through. It's crawling every page on his website. I've got a lot of security software on my computer, so this is going to pop up a little bit. Oh, only twice. Okay. 3 times. Alright, so here we are. It crawls all the stuff on his site. And what's cool is we can kind of surf through different stuff and see where he's at. This is every link on the site. This includes JPEGs, you know, all kinds of stuff. So, but let's say we go to page titles, for example, and let's sort by this is the title of the page. Let's sort by title name. Right away, we can see that he's got a bunch of different pages that have the same title: mortgage calculator, monthly payment, discounts, giveaway for sellers. These all have the same page title. So clearly, right away, I could tell Lee right here what our closing costs. The title shouldn't be Search Rapid Hills Homes, Land and Real Estate. The title should be called What Our Closing Costs, or something along that. You can right click on the URL and open in the browser. And we can see, oh, that's why he's got the same title. He's got an iframe here. Well, I'm not a fan of iframes, but let's go to the next issue. I didn't expect to encounter that. So but he can still, I mean, even though it's in an iframe, he can still retitle this page. But one thing I don't like about the iframe is that it's not, he's not getting any credit for the content. So it's just as far as titles go, right away with this free tool, we can see he needs to retitle these pages. Look at this. We've got a bunch of pages here that are untitled, period. They're just untitled. So he's got one called Getting Top Dollar. So this is probably like getting top dollar for your home. So let's open that up in the browser. And sure enough, we see up here untitled document. Okay, so that's terrible. This won't ever rank. But maybe if someone in Black Hills was searching for how do I get top dollar, and he actually had that in his title, we'd be all set. Okay, so far we've found duplicate titles, and this was by organizing it, by title, right? Let's do this. How about title length? Your title length should never be over 65 characters. It should, to tell you the truth, I think it should always be right around this size. Although they should be unique on every page, that's about the right size. So what I would do for Lee is I would take all these that I think are too long. Let's say starting here at 81 characters, because this is pretty much as long as the search engine can see. So we can see in the search engine he's being cut off by all these. I could take these, highlight them, and then say export, and then I can export the URLs to a Excel file. Okay, so he's got some titles that are too long, he's got some that are the same, and he's got some that aren't titled at all. So that's right away. Those are some great things that we found right away with this free software. Let's look at meta descriptions. Now this tells you what the meta description is on every one of his pages. Okay, the meta description should never be more than 150 characters or so. So here he doesn't have anything. He needs a description on all of these. Home fixing, market update. All the pages that didn't have titles also don't have descriptions. These pages are really just wasted. This is obviously not a meta description. It says page meta description as if that was a placeholder that he never filled in. And then it jumps right to too long. It goes from nothing to then too long. So I mean, look at this one. Boy, oh boy. This page title is 386 characters. Let's open that up in the browser. Actually, no, it's not. It's not as long as it says. I wonder what. That's strange. Oh, meta description. I lost my head for a second. So let's look at his meta description. These days, putting up a sign in the yard and hoping for the right buyer simply will not get your house sold. That's about as long as the meta description should be. It's what shows up. It's a description that shows up in Google, but his just goes on and on and on. So right away, Lee can fix the academics of his website. We just immediately identified a bunch of pages with titles that were identical, and titles that were missing, and we found some missing meta descriptions. And also, if we organize, we'll find some meta descriptions that are the same. Look at all of these descriptions are all the same. When should I refinance? What are closing costs? These pages that are all different all have the same exact meta description. So why would Google serve up any of these? They're all wasted. So keywords, not sure why it's in there. Nobody uses keywords anymore. I don't use them. So this is H1 and H2 tags. On your pages, you know, it's nice to use heading tags. How they affect SEO is arguable. There's been a lot of different studies, and everybody seems to have a different opinion on this. But I can tell you that the H1 tag is the top, you know, heading tag on your title. Let's just go to this this one. So this is his heading 1 tag, Rapid City and Black Hills real estate for sale. And he's got that same heading 1 tag on lots of different pages. Now this seems like this page is about our visitors' most popular searches. So this should be changed to popular, or you know, popular real estate searches in Black Hills and Rapid City. Let's see, does that match what I'm? Yeah, popular homes for sale. So it should. The H1 tag here should kind of match what's here. Like my home's worth, this one has the same H1, the same page title. It's not the actual page title. The page title is what goes up here in the browser, but the same page heading on a bunch of different pages. So that's not good. Finally, it talks about the use of the H2 tag, which Lee does use correctly. I'm not going to go through real detailed, but he is using them as subtopics, and that is how the H2 tag should be used. Now this is kind of cool. You can go up here and export. Now up here it doesn't say anything about well, it does say about images, but I don't know why there's a column that doesn't say whether or not it has an alt tag. But all of your images need to have alt tags. So, for example, you could export and say export all the images missing alt text. Okay, so we export that, and then Lee could go in and add alt text to all those images. So let's just try. Oh, well, no, that's not going to work. What I was just about to do. Never mind. But anyway, so whether or not these images have alt tags, I don't know. It doesn't say that here, so I'm not real clear on that. But I do know that we can export, and you know. So obviously, I could give Lee a big list of homework with this tool right here, just based on descriptions, page titles, and heading tags. And this is something that anybody can do right away. It's real simple. Like I said, you just go to Screaming Frog, download their free tool, and have it crawl your site. I guarantee it's going to find a bunch of errors. And as you explore the software more, you'll see that it does even more for you than what I've done here. Okay, have a great day and a happy Friday.